Hi everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into Qualys' latest report, and things might not be as secure as they seem. Let's see if their financials can protect them from the threats to come. Qualys just released their financial results for the first quarter of 2025 and announced a conference call to discuss them. We will break down the key points, focusing on the numbers, what they mean, and what could be next for the company. Before we get started, if you enjoy getting straight insights from corporate filings, make sure you subscribe. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where you can chat about this report and many others. Qualys issued a press release announcing their financial results for the quarter that ended in March of 2025. They're also holding a conference call to talk about these results. This press release has all the details and we're going to take a closer look. Let's jump into the actual press release. It looks like we don't have the main financial statements here, but we can get a feel of things by looking at the condensed consolidated balance sheets. For the 3 months ended March 31, 2025, Qualys reported total revenue of about $147 million. That's an increase from around $127 million during the same period in 2024. That's a big jump. Their gross profit, which is revenue minus the direct costs of providing their services, landed at about $117 million for the quarter, up from roughly $98 million last year. So they are not only bringing in more money, but they are holding on to a greater share of it. The income from operations is about $34 million compared to $22 million for the same period last year. This means the core business is becoming more profitable. Net income, or the profit after all expenses, including taxes, is around $27 million, which translates to 0.18 million or $47 per diluted share. A significant increase here, suggesting that Qualys is doing a better job of turning revenue into actual profit. One thing to note here is that total deferred revenue, which is money they've received for services they haven't yet provided, is at about $397 million. This suggests that they have a good amount of future business already lined up. Looking at their cash flow, the cash flow from operations for the 3 months ended March 31, 2025 was $62 million. This indicates that Qualys is generating plenty of cash from its core business activities. Capital expenditures were around $6 million, which means they are investing a bit in keeping things running. It still leaves a lot of cash left over. That brings their free cash flow, which is the cash flow from operations minus capital expenditures, to about $56 million. This is a nice increase from the approximately $39 million last year. Overall, it looks like Qualys had a strong first quarter in 2025 with significant increases in revenue, profits, and cash flow. The company mentions some non-GAAP financial measures, which are ways of looking at their financial performance that are not based on standard accounting rules. Companies use these to give investors a clearer picture of their underlying profitability. However, it is important to take this with a grain of salt, since these can be easily manipulated. Now, let's step back and take a broader view. Qualys appears to be performing well. Their revenue, profits, and cash flow are all moving in the right direction. Their focus on cloud-based security solutions seems to be paying off as companies increasingly look to protect their digital assets. However, the cybersecurity space is highly competitive, with new threats emerging all the time. Qualys will need to keep innovating and adapting to stay ahead of the curve. They will also need to continue to effectively manage their expenses and invest in growth opportunities. Overall, Qualys seems to be on a solid path, but they'll need to stay focused and nimble to succeed in the long run. Alright, that's our breakdown of Qualys' latest filing. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.